Do you think it'll discourage customers from coming to you?
I've had people come into my shop that live in Milton and Waterbeats, and they said, you know, adding £5 to the cost of a bag of dog food, even if I keep my prices the same, they're paying £5 to go and pick one up, and they've said they will not do it, they will buy it online. It will be a fair bit cheaper.
Thank you very much indeed for that, Richard. And, so Grumpy's Pet Store, pet shop in Chesterton. It's a wonderful place. I've just been inside. Fantastic range in there. Brilliant. We were just wondering, is the congestion charge something that comes up in conversation with your customers?
Hugely, yeah. A lot of customers are concerned about it, wondering where it's all going, concerned about, you know, their jobs, how it'll be affected, you know, to and from. I mean, especially with how terrible the bus service is, yeah, people are definitely concerned.
Okay. Yesterday, the elected mayor came out with his transport plan for Cambridgeshire, and he's talking about a watered-down version of congestion charging and bringing it in. What do you reckon to that idea?
Well, frankly, I'm not surprised. I mean, that was always on the cards. I knew, you know, they'd hit you with the worst case scenario, and then see how that lands with everybody, and then try and sort of like butter us up with something, you know, a little bit more palatable. So yeah. We'll see.
Have you had your customers, have they been talking about the congestion charge?
Every single one of them virtually, and all of them, without maybe one exception who's a Lib Dem councillor, are against it. People are up in arms. They think it's an unnecessary tax on their livelihoods. I mean, the area that we're in, we've got a free car park here. It's used by a lot of elderly people because we've got quite a diverse shopping area here. If they've got to pay an extra £5 just to come to the court, it's an extra £5 on their shopping. With my wholesalers, we had a delivery this week of 800 kilos from one person. So they've got to drive a reasonably large lorry. They are going to pass on £50 to me, and I can't afford that. That would have to go onto my prices.
What reason are you against the congestion charge, Albie?
Just a general telling us what to do, what vehicles we can and we can't have, and also it's the expense. I mean, I've got 5 vans coming up here. Them fellas got to be paid every day. We can't put carpets on a bus or pedal it around. I mean, you know, it might work in South East Asia, but it definitely ain't going to work around Cambridge.
Absolutely. Yesterday, the elected mayor, Nick Johnson, came out with his transport plan for Cambridge, and basically it said, we're going to do a watered-down version of what we consulted on. What do you reckon to that?
Well, I reckon that's exactly what they were going to do in the first place. So they just chucked the worst case scenario at us and come back to what they were going to do. I mean, what do they think we are, fools or something? It's, you know, this is Cambridge. It's a 21st century city. We split the atom here and stuff like that. And surely we can get our heads together to sort out this bit of traffic problem. And it isn't really that bad.
We have 2 van drivers that go out every day, both coming from outside of Cambridge, so it's going to be very costly, and we don't think it's fair that the customers should have to pay that charge. You know, we're going to have to put prices up if we, you know, carry on in business.
Yeah. Do you have deliveries from your suppliers?
We have deliveries from our suppliers 6 days a week, which again, that will affect. At the moment, we can have a very early delivery in the morning, but because they would then have to decrease to only having 1 van, it would make our delivery later, which then affects the whole business. And obviously their prices will go up, which again we will have to, you know, it'll be increase into the public. So
yeah, I don't think it's been particularly thought through very well. I mean, I know it will affect a lot of businesses, not necessarily ours as much as others. We do rely on people coming to see us here at our showroom to get an idea of what type of flooring they want in their homes. We don't rely on passing traffic as such, but it is always good for business to see people outside our shop. For us as a business, not just so much customers, but for us getting around other people's homes in Cambridge, it will affect us. We need to go around in our vans to carry and transport wood flooring, carpets and all the other accessories that we need. And obviously without a van, that would be very difficult. Yeah. So it's going to obviously increase the charge, not just for ourselves, but for our customers and everyone involved.
Excellent.